Hey, everybody, it's Eddie from Tokyo. This is your cryptocurrency update from Japan, and Bitcoin is looking very good, giving many of the tokens a boost. The global crypto market on the whole is up 2.57% on the 24-hour. ICP, Flare, yeah, both of those are up significantly, like almost 16%. Flare up almost 5%. Then you've got Jasmy, Render, Core up around 3.5%. Those are three projects that people often ask me about, but I don't have them. But the next three I have, XRP, Jupiter, Solana, they're up 3%. And those that are off are in the red just a little bit in the top 100. Yeah, just barely in the red. So actually, you see it looking mixed, but we're in a pretty strong trend here. The largest Bitcoin miner, let me show you what they're up to, because I think they really believe in higher prices coming soon. One of the biggest crypto miners, and they acquired 5,000 Bitcoin last month. That's $1.5 billion. This company is now called Mara Holdings. They changed their name in October. 44% of the companies that own their stock are institutional investors and 40% are public companies. Their stock trades for around $20 US. In the last couple of hours, we had quite a bit of suspense with the full history nodes. This is a high-impact open issue that you can find on GitHub. GitHub is public, and everyone can follow RippleD. RippleD is a place where you can see the pull requests, the discussions, the actions, and the issues for the XRP ledger. 3 weeks ago, Scott Branson brought the issue to light that the full history servers have started crashing, and Witsa highlighted that all full history nodes were close to crashing. So 3 hours ago, one by one, they started to fail. Now, it was averted, and it was suggested that maybe a custom build on 2.2.2 from what I read in the GitHub here, but I just couldn't stand it any longer, and so I put a post out on X. I asked, is there any update on the full history nodes? Yeah, because I could only find the last update was like an hour prior. Witsa responded that we, Richard and Alloy Networks, Witsa responded that he, with Richard and Alloy Networks, currently were running a custom build with changes, so we should be good for now. He said, really, really close call. If you want to read through the issue, go and find the link, which Witsa posted. It's on that thread on my X feed. This headline for me wasn't a surprise. Lloyd's Banking Group plans 292 bank closures in 2025. What was surprising is back in February, JP Morgan says that it plans to open more than 500 new branches over the next 3 years. Wow. Now, I still can't quite believe this one. Maybe they have plans to issue a stablecoin because the stablecoin issuers are rolling in cash. And Tether, as I put out on my X feed yesterday, the English High Court is ruling that Tether USDT stablecoin counts as property. So in simple terms, it has legal recognition. Just like physical items or other financial assets, USD Tether can be legally owned, traced, and can be part of legal trusts where property is held by one party for the benefit of another. So I don't want to say I told you so, but I guess I told you so. Tether is going to not give up all that cash easy. They're going to make whatever changes are needed to stay compliant and competitive. All right, I have a question that showed up in the comments. It is, so does this mean Grayscale will buy a bunch of XRP? Talking about the Grayscale Trust that was announced yesterday, driving up the price. I'm buying more on the bounce back down before it takes off. Well, yes, these trusts are backed with real digital assets, but to be honest, this is a very small trust in comparison to, let's say, derivatives or futures contracts. That's where the money is. And yes, they do lock that XRP up, as I responded, so it takes it out of circulation. But yes, the size of this trust is just not that large. And it's going to take a lot more than just an announcement to get the price to move significantly. We need a lot more speculation as well, followed by more utility for sustainable high prices. If we want to talk about derivatives, I've got a great clip for you. I curated this, and it is first the CEO of Robinhood. They just acquired Bitstamp. And then the second part of this mashup clip is Ava from Bitstamp talking about how they're going to have a new derivatives platform, and Ripple is going to be, I think, very much involved. Have a listen.
And if you think about a business or an institutional investor, they also want access to the things we offer. They want 24-hour access to the equity markets, they want industry-leading margin rates, a great customer experience. So over time, I do think you'll see us branching more out into serving other types of customers, not just retail, but also businesses and institutions. And to that end, we announced an acquisition of Bitstamp, a global crypto exchange. One of the things that's very attractive about that business is that it's not just international, but also institutional. It gets us access to an entirely new customer base that we're not directly serving today. I think we can do more and more of that over the next 10 years.
We are launching our own derivatives exchange in the next few months, so that's something we are most excited about and really hope to cooperate closely with Ripple there as well. In final stage of integration of really some top 30 commercial banks globally on Bitstamp as a service. So these commercial banks will offer crypto through Bitstamp. So that's definitely something we are very proud of.
This was posted on LinkedIn. I think I was the first to post it on X. There's a lot of people sharing it. It's a photograph of what I would call an exceptional global sales team that supports the company Ripple. And they're always looking for new ways to build on the public ledger, yes, and utilize the digital asset XRP for sure. Talented people across the board. Ripple hires really only the best out there. And I do look forward to the day that this community can point to 100 teams just like this. The other photograph that came with that is this. And I can say that David and Monica, they look tired. They went, from Korea to Tokyo, and I think this takes place in Geneva in the new office. I want to say that there was another trip even prior to that. So there was WebEx in Tokyo. Then there was the Korean Blockchain Summit, and then they came back for the XRP community event, and then they went to Geneva with the new office, and then you can see that picture had all of the I think the global sales team. So that's a long trip and a lot of miles, and no doubt they look a little tired. Or maybe this is just a very serious discussion, but everybody looks quite serious, don't they? Yeah, if you read the air in the room, I don't know, either they're super tired or there is something very serious being discussed. And if you want to be part of one of those future teams around the globe that are driving the demand and the use case for the digital asset XRP, there is an XRPL Builders office hours that they have. It's a forum hosted monthly, and the developer advocates are there to answer your technical and business questions from the community members. I'm not sure if you know about this or not, The next one is going to take place in a virtual Zoom, September 27th. You can see that it's designed for XRPL grant applicants, the XRPL accelerator applicants, hackathon participants, as well as the broader community, individuals and teams applying for the grants, and any XRPL builder or community member that is seeking feedback on their project ideas. Yeah, it looks like probably a very interesting virtual Zoom to participate if you're thinking about building. And one of those best leaders that are building out different use cases for the digital asset XRP is Mr. Yoshitaka Kitao, the CEO, founder, and chairman of SBI Holdings. He is boldly embracing NFTs, and you're thinking to yourself, NFTs? Wasn't that kind of like the thing 2 years ago? Well, he is activated, and he is bringing the utility to this second generation of NFTs. He welcomed the XRP Cafe guys last month to provide services to the SBI DC group. And then today, there was an announcement that this next generation NFT platform on Polygon this time is going to have tickets for a musical that takes place in Korea. It's the first time in Japan where NFTs are going to be used as a ticket for an event abroad. And sticking with Japan for just a little bit, this is a sign of fall. I'm starting to see a lot of these photographs of the spider lily come up on my feed. And yeah, it's one of those times when you see this, it signals the coming transition. It has a deep meaning here. It underscores the farewells and or the goodbyes that we've all experienced in life. Every year, seeing the blooming lilies reminds me of the separations we all endure. I'm going to let something more uplifting take you out of this video. It's John Deaton. He was on a podcast just 2 days ago. And Scams asked me today if I really honestly thought if John could win. And yes, honestly, I think John has a chance. All right, everybody, do take care. Sayonara for now. Bye-bye.
But Senator Warren is engaging in class warfare. I'll give you an example. Her solution, look it up, her solution to every problem, climate change, let's tax the rich, public education, tax the rich, immigration, tax the rich. Well, there's 759 billionaires in America. Their cumulative wealth is worth $5 trillion. So I'm going to stand on that debate stage, and I'm going to look at Senator Warren and say, you know what, Senator, let's just take all their money from them. It's $5 trillion. Guess what we get to do? We get to pay the interest on our national debt for 4.5 years alone. That's it. Not a dollar goes to public education. Not a dollar goes to immigration. Not a dollar goes to climate change. It's just class warfare that isn't a real solution. And as far as the tax cuts, I would not support anything that increases our national debt that doesn't also include a policy that's promoting growth, creating jobs. We are going off a financial cliff. It is absolutely shocking to me that in the debate last night, not one question was asked about this debt crisis that we're facing in this country. $35 trillion in debt. Credit card debt is at $1.14 trillion. Student loan debt's at $1.7 trillion. We pay $3 billion in interest alone a day in this country. We can't tax our way out of it. We can't just cut spending. Do you know if we cut every single dollar in discretionary spending and only allowed mandatory spending, which is Social Security, healthcare, Medicare, defense spending, and paid our interest, we operate at a deficit.